everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are doing a deep dive into Python functions. From the absolute basics of def and returns, all the ways through all the ways through cursors, decode, decorators, generators, and functional programming patterns. By the end of the video, you will understand not just how to write functions, but how Python actually handles them under the hood, which is exactly what separates beginner code from the professional codes. Oh, let's start with the problem. The same way, always, the same way we always should say create, we want to create three different people. Like, let's take a name. One is Al Asha, and let's print, hello. It's some cap plus name one, and let's add again, and let's exclamatory. So here it will say hello Aisha. So if I want to create another person, I will just copy this and I will just paste here and I will paste here. So I will change the name Aisha to Ravi, and I will change here name to Tom, and I'll run it again. So I will get hello Asha, hello Ravi, hello Tom. So I have pasted three times and I got. What if what if there are so many people, it's like 500? This works but looks at a duplicate. The same two lines of logic copy pasted three times. If I ever wanted to change the greeting message, I only want have to find the and update it three separate places, and it's easy to miss one. This is exactly the problem. So let's create this one by using Python functions. Every function will start with a def for define with with a name, function name, and we need parameters name, and let's create print hello, and let's add name, and let's add exclamation mark to it. Okay, so this is a function, this is a well defined function where it has a function name and a parameter. Now let's call the function. I want to create Alsha Asha, and let's keep them in a not, it's not green, it's great. Okay, then let's give some gap for it. I want to run it. Hello Alisha. If I want to create another person, I will just copy it and paste, and if I have changed the name here like Ravi and Tom, and if I want to print them again, see, and basically the output of our code before and is same. Hello Aisha, hello Ravi, hello Tom. The key difference is if I want to change another, like if I want to add a new line like print welcome to the programming to the program, and I can just add name, and let's just give a plus, I want to just end with the exclamation mark like full stop. So if I run this file again, here I will get the exact same line like welcome to the program Asha, but in this case, like in the last case, I should print this same line and I should paste in three different lines. It makes me a somewhat error and it's like a duplicate. Like same output, but how the logic now the logic exists in exactly same place. And it's like try not don't repeat ourselves, but function give us more than just avoiding repetitions. They give us reusability, right? The logic ones call it as many times as you want. Like I have created just one function and I have called as many times as I want. And abstraction hide implementation details behind a simple name. You don't need to know how print works internally to use it. Just like this, we can by using just the function name, I can just call them organization. Break a big, overwhelming problem into small, named, testable pieces, and we can like if there is a statement like a plus b equals to c, I can create a function related to a and I can create a function related to b and I can get c, and we can do like some multiplication also. It is also useful to build up our calculator, we can do it later. And easier debugging. When something breaks, you can test and fix one function is isolated rather than hunting through hundreds of lines on bottom of top to bottom. As I said backward, and in few minutes back I have said the same way we can, if there is any mistake, I can just check these lines. These three lines are enough to check my code. Actually, these two lines, because the main function will be here. This is the parameter which passes here and here. So these two lines are very important for me. So this is the function. We can use it reusable. So there are four key things we should remember: reusability, abstraction, organization, easier debugging. These four are the basic things we are using. And let's see abstraction in action with something you already use constantly. Let's take a number set. Let's create this. Let's take a number set in list 5 comma 2 comma 8 comma 1 comma 9, and I want to just short them. Print shorted shorted numbers, and 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 I want to just print length of numbers, and I want to print sum of numbers. So in these things, just think I don't know the real meaning of length. Like I don't know or care how length counts internally or how shorted works internally or saying like it's a type of abstraction because if I run this code, of course, I get what is I got the shorted one, I get the length one, and I got the sum. There are these are also built-in functions in the Python where we can use, but we don't know like same deal. Like you just trust the function does its job. It's just a good name for it. We can literally use it everywhere. That's the whole point. A well-defined function is a blank box. You give it inputs, it gives you an output, and you don't need to think about what's happening inside once it's written and tested. That's the mental model we are building towards the rest of this video. Let's let's go further in the functions. Defining and calling functions. Let's get precise about functions syntax now. Here's the anatomy of the Python function. Let's create a function syntax for a function. like def function name parameter 1 parameter 2, and I want to stop here, so it will stop, and I'll just give some gap. So whenever the function is completed, it will just take four grabs from it, and here one more like from here it will take four grabs from it, and the code will start from here. It's the function body in return, like result is equals to parameter 1 plus parameter 2, and for the fun I want to return result. This is the basic block of function. I'll just copy it and I will just paste. This is the basic thing. So here function name is also name. We can here we can doing addition. We can just write sum, because we are taking two parameters, and we just parameters are the values where you can pass some values into it, and here it will just return print. So it will return print, but it won't like it won't print the sum. Like just an example, like sum is equals to, I want to print sum 6 comma 7. As we have seen last time, sum here in the list we also have shorted len sum. It is also function, but the function is not visible for us because we have recreated a new sum. So if I run this one, aha, 13. 6 plus 7 is 13. So it is one of the like built-in. So we have created a function name. We can even change this into num1 and num2, and here also num1 or num2, and it will print. And there is one more thing, we can use print also. We can do it. Further, def is a keyword that states a function definition. Function name is what we used to call it later. The parameters holds parameters, placeholders or values the function needs. The column that indicate blocks are the function blocks. The blocks that runs when the function is called. Return sends the value back. Let's talk about the function with no return statements. Because this trips people's up. Let's create a new def, say hello, and we'll just give a name, and I want to print hello name, and I want to print. So here we can see there is no return statement, and I want to print it. So result is equals to say hello Aisha, and I want to print result. So basically this is the function without any return statement. So last time we have seen return, it won't return anything, but it will just print the value. I will just run it. Okay, I will save this and I will run it again. So here the print, like by using this we'll get none. So it is like it is important. Print inside the function just displays text on screen. It does not send a value back to the caller. Without any explicit returns, Python automatically returns none. This is one of the most common beginner bugs, confusing the function printed. Sometimes the with the function return something, it will completely different things. So if I want to just do it, I can just delete this and I can delete this, so that it will just print hello Elsa, because here it will start printing without, if I done some last time, so it will just give me none. And let's go further by creating more functions like add. I will take parameters a comma b and I will stop, and I want to print a plus b. Let's close this. Okay, and let's create one more thing like def, and I want to add, and I want it to return. I want to add and return a comma b. It should return a plus b. So here it will print, it will return, so that we can do any changes in this addition. Like we can add a new number, or we can just print the number by taking another variable in the output. But in this, it will directly print. We can't access any, we can just see, we can't add any new number to it, like any C variable, because there are only two parameters. So that's why. So let's see examples like, let's take x is equals to add 3 comma 4, and let's take y is equals to add and return, control C. Basically it saves my time. Here also I want to give 3 comma 4. But here like this one, y will just return a comma b. It won't do anything. So I want to just print x is equals to x, and same print y is equals to y. So let's try to print this. Here x is none because it will just print and we can't take these values like this, but y is 7 because it's returning a value. Rule of thumb: use print when you just want to display something to the human, to a human right now. Use return when you want to handle a value back, so rest of the program we can use it. Store it in a variable, pass it to another function where use it in a calculation, whereas it in real production producing code function almost allows returns rather than print, because ties your logic in the console, while returning keeps your function flexible and reusable anywhere. We can like do anything like creating a new function again. Let's create a def square n, and let's stop, and I want to return n n square and use it flexibly, like result is equals to square 5, and I will print result. So in this method I can get a result of 25. Yeah, 25, because here I'm just, it will return 25 value to the results, and the results will become here, so it will print the result which means 25. So one more functional point: a function has can have multiple return statements, but execution stops at the very first one it if it hits. It's like if else statements. If one statement is cut, it will go to another. Like this, if one return statement hits correctly, then it will stop doing another. Like we can create another function like def check number n, I will just stop and I will create an if statement. If none is greater than 0, then it should return positive, and if it is less than 0, it will give me negative. And if n is less than 0, it should return negative, and else it should return 0. Okay, 0. And it will just print like when these lines never run, it is are like unreachable code, which is the last code which is not even necessary. So I want to print. Okay, let's break the loop and I want to print check number like 6, and I will just do another also. I'll give -1 and control V, I'll give here 0. So you will see others what happened. Positive, negative, and 0. Let's check it's positive. Yeah, 6 is positive, -1 is negative, and 0 is also 0. Particle access like put on screen. Pause the video. Function called is even. Now it's your work to pause the video and write a function which is called is even, and take a number and return true if it is even and false otherwise false, which then write a function called describe numbers that uses is even inside it and print x is even or x is old. Like just take a function which gives even or odd, that's it. It's very simple. So let's go to section another third section, which is parameters versus arguments, positions and keywords. Quickly terminology first. Quick term, because interviewers love asking this. A parameter is a name of a function defining an argument. Is an actual value you passing it when calling it. Let's create another function. Def great name comma greeting, and I want to just print greeting, and I will just give name and an exclamation mark, and I will give parameters like great, let's give Alsha, and I will give hello as a greeting, like it will come hello Alsha. Okay, it's just printing like this. I will just give an F function, so it will take here hello Alsha. Besides, even though I'm giving like here in reverse value, it will take in order by using the names, not just like Elsa is first, so it will just give Elsa, hello, no. So here name is name, so it will even we can use the parameter anywhere we want. Now let's talk about the two main ways to pass arguments, positional and keywords. Just like positional, we can use a function like order mature, there's no order, and keywords order doesn't matter. Name must match exactly. If the name is okay, then go it will go through it. No need of matching the whole thing. So basically these are the functions, and it is exactly why keyword arguments are so valuable in real code, especially when a function takes serious parameters several parameters or a same type, like several strings or numbers, it's very easy to accidentally wrap them and Python won't catch the mistakes for you. Using keyword parameters makes a cell self document documenting and immune to ordering mistakes. Python also lets you force certain arguments to to be keywords using a in a function signature. This is more advanced but generally using technically of writing clear APIs. We can use the star function just to allocate some things like def. I want to create a user, create user, and it should be user name, comma, star, comma, email, comma, is admin is equals to false, and I will stop, and I will like everything after the star must be passed as a keyword argument. Okay, so I want to print function, and I'll just start like user is equals to its username and email is equals to email, and I'll just create is like admin is admin. Okay, we have created a good set of function. It's not basically a complex one, it is the easiest one. We are just taking three, and here after star it will just like if they are passed as a keyword arguments. Okay, like one by one. I want to just create user, create user. Its name should be Asha 123, and email, it should be Asha at the rate example.com. So here we can see that after start there is an email, so it is passed like this, like a keyword. If I want to just print here Asha admin, is not an admin. I want to just clear this thing. Okay, it's good now. So that works fine, but watch what happens if I try to pass email option positionally instead of remembering. The star forces everything after it to be a keyword only. So let's create user and same like this, like admin, and I will just for the same thing I want to just choose try. I will just remove this, and I'll just add this. So here we can, I hope we'll get an error. Yeah, we'll get error like takes one positional argument, but two were given. So without any position, it will get an position argument. This forces everyone calling create user to be explicit after what we are passing for email, which prevents exactly the kind of accident wraps bugs we saw a moment ago. We will see these patterns a lot in real, well designed Python libraries. There are also a mirror image featuring features forcing arguments to the position only. Using slash is the signature added in a version of like 3.8. We can use like def power power. I'll get base comma exponent comma slash, and I'll just stop here, and I will like everything before the slash must be passed positionally. Like I want to return base power exponent exponent and I will print power 2 comma 3. If you think it won't works, no, it will works. Yeah, we can see, yeah, 2 power 3 is 8, so we got the base. But if I want to try like base base is equals to 2 and exponent is equals to 3, it gives me an error. Can't use keywords here. Except try force try error. C power is function one argument passed argument based on exponent. So if we can't, what a function. So now it's your time to write a function. Now I want you all to pause the video and write a block file with parameters origin, destination, and a keyword only parameters. Seat name is equals to economy and meals preferred equals to none. Call it in two different ways using a keyword parameters. So these are the things we are going to learn more in next video. Thank you guys.